Hello everyone, today we are continuing to talk with our using and solving exponential models, and we are going to be looking at another type of exponential model that deals with continuous interest. There is a decent amount of talk about graphing in this section as well. We're not really going to be graphing by hand, but we are going to be looking at the modeling question that is in this section in the book, so take a look at that later. So with continuous interest, we have sort of what people like to call the PERT formula. We still have our, amount after a certain time. Our principal just means the amount that we put in initially. E is this special number in math. It's very similar to pi. Its approximation is like 2.71828, and it goes on forever just like pi does. But we use it to talk about this idea of interest accumulating continuously, not every day, not every month, not every hour. It's just always building interest, so you're getting interest on your interest on your interest. The R is going to be our rate, which of course we're going to put as a decimal, and then our T is our time in years. The rate that they're going to give us for these questions is always going to be an annual thing, and then we just adjust the years accordingly to what we're talking about. So let's take a look at an example. Suppose you deposit $700 into an account that pays 3% annual interest. So we see in the next little section that we do have the words compounded continuously. The moment you see continuously, you know you're going to be using PERT. And then we want to know what the balance after 8 years is. Now in your graphing calculators, for E on the nspires, we're looking at this button right here. So the e to the x button when we're ready for it. On the 8384s, we are looking at hitting second, and then it is second ln. That gives you the e to the x automatically. If you prefer, I out of habit typically hit second e and then hit my caret button right above it, but the little e to the x above the natural log button, ln for now, is a shortcut that you don't have to hit the 3 keys, you can just hit the 2. So for our equation, we have initial amount of 700. Make that look a little bit more like a 0. E to the 0.03 times 8. So let's pull out our calculators and see what this gives us. So we have 700 E, and if you have the older operating system, which we've kind of talked about a little bit, and it is not going in the exponent for you, and you just have the little caret automatically there, just make sure that you put it in parentheses. You don't need the parentheses. I just out of habit, because I always had the older operating system, just typically put it anyway. So we have that all in our exponent, and after these 8 years we have $889 and cents is money and 87 cents. So we'll look at this a little bit more in class along with that modeling example like I said, and for now I'll see you later.